This is a very, very important infrastructural project for Hong Kong. That's why when I say far-sighted and visionary, we are talking about creating really a third commercial business district, CBD. Other than Hong Kong, it's central itself, and of course East Kowloon now, because after Kai Tak Airport has been relocated. And now here comes the artificial island. Now that's a very important point, and also it's located strategically, linked with the so-called Hong Kong-Macau Bridge. So it's a gateway, in fact, into China and out of China as well, Guangdong in particular. It will provide jobs, provide particularly housing for 300,000 people, basically, essentially, for public housing and so on and so forth, subsidized housing. Rail link certainly is a must. Otherwise, how can it operate? So we are talking about really a long-term solution to Hong Kong's scarcity of land problem, and also really help developing Hong Kong, propelling Hong Kong forward.
But the chief executive seems determined to go ahead and take political advantage of the absence of Democrats. And there are many examples of this in her policy address, one of which is the electoral arrangements. She is basically proposing to change electoral arrangements so that Hong Kongers resident in the mainland can vote. And I think that's just to gain party political advantage, because it's perceived that those Hong Kongers will only vote one way, i.e. for her and her allies. And I think there should be a proper study done, and if any changes are to be made, they should affect Hong Kongers living in all countries and not just in one.
My reply is very simple. The C is doing it for Hong Kong's long-term future, doing it for Hong Kong's good. Okay, when you say controversial, it's really, it depends on how people look at individual proposals. Any proposal could be controversial, depends on how you look at it. But we are talking about, at the final analysis, is it good for Hong Kong? But I just want to make one point clear, that we're not taking advantage of the so-called little vacuum, the absence of the pan-Democrats in electoral to push through difficult things. We're doing it for Hong Kong's long-term good.